nothing gets on the floor of the House when it comes to raising taxes or changing taxes until they go through the Ways and Means Committee. So would you please welcome the Chairman of the Ways and Means Committee, Joe Robideaux.
Thank you, Gene. Thank you all for having us here to speak. Gene did point out that on the cover of this book it says compact edition. So it's actually bigger than what this reflects. I'm thrilled that we're engaging in the debate of whether or not we should get rid of corporate income taxes and personal income taxes. I think it is a feather in the cap of any state when they're trying to attract businesses to be able to say we have no taxes with regard to the income tax. There's a very short list of states that are able to say that, and I think if you look at employment numbers, you'll see that nationally those states with no income taxes have grown significantly more in employment than the rest of us. To acknowledge what was said by Jan and Mr. Richardson, it is true. Sales tax in and of itself is more regressive than it is than an income tax is, but you can rest assured that in the legislature the practical truth that exists is if there's a larger burden on the poor or the working poor in the bill, it is not going to pass. I mean, it's dead on arrival, and so there's a lot of effort being made as we're trying to figure out a draft of how this may work to make sure that in fact the poor and the working poor are better off under the plan, the proposed plan, than under the current plan. How we get to there is what's being discussed now, and hopefully sometime in the next few weeks we'll be able to reveal some of the ideas that are out there that will exist in a draft form. Even then there'll be debate once the draft is out there to say, well, hey, what about a tweak here or a tweak there? Could we make it better by making these changes? And I fully expect that to happen throughout the entire process. But at the end of the day, if a member of our constituency is paying X number of dollars and under the proposed plan is going to be paying some amount less, then the debate changes to, okay, well, wait, do we want to redistribute the wealth differently than that? Personally, someone has to pay for those victories, and I agree when we talk about revenue neutrality. It's impossible to say every person, every business, every industry is going to be in the exact same position after than they were before. I can say with a significant amount of confidence that every individual is probably going to be better off. Now, who pays for that? Well, as we've floated some ideas out there, smokers may pay for that. Some of the industries that aren't too happy with the proposal right now, oil and gas, they may be paying for some of that. So there's folks out there that aren't going to be winners as the individuals are. How it ends up and who ends up being the ones that kind of cover the cost, you know, when we expand the base and we identify those services that we're going to expand the sales tax base to, who utilizes those services? Are they luxury type items? Is that who utilizes them? Well, then that's part of who's paying for the change also. But I feel confident in the process. The legislative process, as ugly as it is at times, and John Bell can attest to that. At the end of the day, most often it works the way it's supposed to work. And there'll be a lot of debate on this issue, obviously. There's still a lot of work to do over the course of the next few weeks to try to get something in a draft form so we can start debating specifics rather than generalities. But I'm confident at the end of the day that Louisiana is going to have a good shot at repealing its income tax structure. My hope is that we do, and my hope is that we do it in a way that affects people in the most positive way as it relates to the citizens of the state. Thank you.